Hi, my name's Lisa, and welcome to my knitting podcast. This I think is going to be my first one. I've made other videos, but I've never done a knitting podcast, and I have quite a lot on my plate. I don't want it to be too long though because it's kind of late. Probably shouldn't be starting it right now, but anyway, I'll just jump right into it. So, the first thing that I should probably talk about is whatever I have just finished. So my finished objects, and I'm currently wearing one. I haven't even weaved in the ends yet, but this is the Sophie sweater by Novita, and I am not in love with the yarn that I chose. It was just some yarn that I got when I was first learning, and I just don't love the colors, but I do love the cabling. It's really pretty, and it was a really fun project to learn a lot of different things on. Actually this month I'll be a year into knitting from when I picked it up last year, and this is my third finished garment. I have another one. Let me grab it. I finished this gorgeous sweater vest. I absolutely love it. I did not follow a pattern. I did it all on my own, which I was super excited about. I did not think I could. Well, I thought I could. I just thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. I love the process of this one. I want to make another, but it was super easy. Typically, when you make sweater vests, you'll knit them from one end and then knit all the way up, split for the collar, and then continue working down the front panel and then sew up the side seams. I didn't want to have to do really any sewing, so I just started knitting in the round on the bottom, and then I did decreases. I put one side, the front panel, I think I put the front panel on hold, and then just continued doing the back panel all the way up. And then I did decreases along the arm for the armholes, and then I just picked up the front panel and then finished split in the middle for the V. And then I watched, I think, to do the V, like this middle part here, it's not centered. Kind of missed the stitch or the center stitch, but I followed Bethany's video from, what is it, Well Loved Knits. Love her stuff. She actually was the person that kind of got me back into knitting, but that's a side note. I followed her video on how to knit a classic V-neck, so that's how I ended up making this. It was really fun, super easy. I think I got it done in like a month, and I didn't knit like super heavy on it every day. I think I maybe did some days I wouldn't touch it at all, and then I think the most I would do is like 3 hours a day, which is still quite a bit, but I really did love this, and it's so cute. I'll insert a picture of it with my white cotton shirt underneath. I love this so much. And on camera it looks like a bright red. This lighting is really not that great. It's more of like a garnet color, like a really dark purpley red. So, this was knit with Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I was trying to stash bust from all of my first getting into knitting cheaper acrylic yarn because I want to make my way into some more natural yarns this year. So then this is actually like my very first finished object, and I just called it the Spice cardigan. It's a super simple bottom-up cardigan, obviously knit flat, and you can't really see it, and I'm not going to stand up, but I will insert another picture. I just got these nice simple little black buttons going down, and this I also made with I want want to say it was Big Twist from Joann. And this I finished in February, maybe March. It might have been even May because I stopped knitting on it for a while, but I started it around Thanksgiving, or a little bit after Thanksgiving, probably like first week of December. But I knitted this up and I was super, super excited once I got it finished. It's just in simple stockinette with just regular double ribbing for the sleeves, the cuffs, and the button band. Super, super simple. And this one is really nice and warm and it's super soft. The spice yarn is supposed to be like sort of a faux mohair. It's got a little bit of fluff to it, which was not very fun for being fairly new and working with, but I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. Like, honestly, there's not a lot of mistakes in it because it's just nice and simple stockinette. And I think it's lovely. I love it so much. I'm so proud of it. It's one of my favorite cardigans. It's so nice and warm. And I made this one following the pattern on, I think it was Bellish. I think that's what the app was called. It's discontinued now, but I saw it on Tiffany Lou's YouTube. And she had mentioned making your own pattern with Bellish, and I thought that was really fun. I wanted to do something similar, so I went and did that. And I think I have a few more patterns that I don't know if I'll ever actually do, but yeah, so those are my 3 finished garments. And do you have any experience with, I don't know, maybe like dyeing acrylic yarn? I know it's technically not really that easy because it's pretty much plastic, or at least that's what I've been told. And I don't know how likely I'd be able to get it to dye, or if maybe I could bleach it. I don't know, I'm not in love with the colors. Like, it's fun, but it's not really me, and I want it to be something that I want to wear out and enjoy, and I don't see myself grabbing for it. But I do love the cabling. It's so, so pretty. It was so cool to learn this and really experience with it, and it took a long time. I think I started this one, had to have been in November. Yeah, it had to have been around the same time I started that Spice cardigan. So I've been on this one for a long time, and I finally just cast off this part. The rest of it has been steamed block with my iron. I just basically damp a cotton towel or like a drying towel or something like that, and I damp that part, stick it on to my fabric with the cabling face down, so I basically was ironing the back of it, and I think it worked really well. Like, compared to what it was, now it actually like lays flat, the stitches are fairly relaxed. Sorry about that, my phone ran out of storage. But yeah, I don't know how well wet blocking would work with acrylic, but it might be worth a try. It's a little bit tight around the armpit, and I don't think that's really something I'll be able to get with blocking. I just think I probably didn't actually swatch and do my gauge correctly because I didn't think I needed to back then. I thought, swatching, who needs that? But anyway, that is what I have, and yeah, that's what I have right now for finished objects. So the next part I want to talk about are whips, which I currently have none, but yeah, I guess, yeah, I have no whips right now, but that's because I've been waiting to pretty much start like a whole bunch of them, and that's what this is going to get into. So I recently purchased a lot of yarn, and here's one. This I bought from Love Crafts. It's their paint box yarn. I got 10 in the colorway Slate Gray, and it is just so beautiful and chunky, and I really want a gorgeous chunky sweater. Now this one is simply super chunky, and it is 100% acrylic, which I know I just said I'm trying to get away from acrylic, but I just really wanted a chunky sweater, but I didn't want to break my bank necessarily. So I was like, okay, one last acrylic sweater as my ode to acrylic, I guess. So I got quite a few of these, and I'm planning to knit up the Lenpi sweater. This will be really fun for it. So that's the first thing I'm probably gonna cast that on tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that. I love how simple that garment is, and I love how it looks so cozy and so perfect, and I just want it. It's been on my list since like last December. So I'm finally gonna do it about a year later, right? But I'm very excited. I'm so excited. I love this craft. I love being able to just sit and figure things out construction wise. I just think it's gorgeous, and I would love to knit this up. So this yarn, let's see, it is 100 grams or 60 meters and 100% acrylic. It is color slate gray. It's a 6 super bulky. Yeah, it's not gonna focus, but it says recommended needle size is 10 to 12 millimeters. I don't actually know how high mine go up, but if I need to buy more needles, I need to buy more needles. Who cares? Like, that's fine. So that's what I have planned for this, and I don't actually know if I'll need all 10. I'm kind of just guessing. I just bought a little extra based on what the pattern required, because I'm not playing yarn chicken with yarn I have to order online. So that is my plan for this, and anything left over, I guess it depends how much I have, I'll think of other plans. Now this project, oh my gosh, I am so excited for this project that I'm planning. And of course, it is the infamous, the glorious, the beautiful Ingrid sweater by Petite Knit. And I really hope that this works. These I got from Hobby. I got quite a bit from Hobby, and I was pretty excited because I really wanted some affordable slash somewhat real mohair. I mean, it is real mohair, but it's also acrylic, and it's not like, you know, kid silk mohair or something like that. It's just beautiful. But I thought this would be good to dabble in, and I wanted some merino wool. So I went with their Easy Care Classic 100% merino wool, and I think this one was in, I want to say like off gray, slight gray. I don't remember what it was called. Oh, it's right in front of me. In minimal gray. It has like a tone, a light lavender tone, and this like screams lavender. So I'm hoping it'll help mute it, because the mohair is a little bit too purple for me, but I really like this. So I'm hoping to hold these two together, and that'll get Gage for the Ingrid sweater, which I'm so excited. I was so scared to actually like go and say that I'm gonna do it. I had to hype myself up so much because it seems like such a difficult pattern, and I can't make that. Are you kidding me? That thing's gorgeous. I can't imagine the work that went into making something like that. So, but then I started seeing more and more people with their videos coming out of their finished objects, and I just got really excited. And then I was like, well, everybody says it's an easy knit and that it knits itself basically. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. And I decided to go with this. So I got 10 of these. And this is their Mayflower DK weight. And then obviously the mohair here, their Diablo. Everybody knows about this, I think. If you don't, check it out, I guess. People do say that it's not as nice to work with. Like, they usually don't end up getting more because it's, I think they say that like it would cut their fingers and stuff. Like, this feels very soft. It absolutely feels very soft and fluffy. It does pull a little, like in sheets, which makes me scared for frogging if I ever have to, which, you know, who doesn't? But I don't know. I'm hoping that it won't be as bad as people say working with. Like, I think it'll be a good first project. So I'm very excited about that. I also got some more in this slate gray color because I thought about holding it with this when I make the Lempy, but I don't know how I feel. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about holding these two together. Like, I think they're just too different of a size. I don't know if that makes sense. Right? Like, I'm not crazy. They're too different. I don't know, but we'll see. I might make a swatch, see how it turns out. If it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. And I have this to figure out what to use with, which I don't mind. I think it's a great thing to have in my stash. I'm very excited. So this, possibly the Lumpy Sweater, otherwise, I'm not sure yet. But that's my plan for this. I'm worried I don't have enough of the merino wool, but that I have too much of the mohair. So we'll have to see how that goes. Then I got some yarn to be able to make some socks. So this is coming up as a very, very yellow. It's like a baby yellow. It's a very soft yellow. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the actual true color. It seems too washed out. But this is a very soft, beautiful yellow, and I got this really gorgeous red. I think it's called the Bordeaux? I can't remember, but it's very close to the garnet color that I tend to love. And I was hoping that this would be close enough to a gold color that I love. And I really want to make myself a pair of FSU garnet and gold socks. And I might be out of my mind because I've only practiced color work and it was not the easiest thing. And I want to make a pattern with a chart that I made that looks like their jerseys. Like, I'll insert a picture. They're the coolest thing, in my opinion, and I might be biased, but they're the coolest jerseys, and I love the pattern on their sleeve. And I want to recreate that for a pair of socks. And I made up the chart, and I'm hoping that I can figure my way around it. I don't know, I might be out of my mind, but I also don't think I have small enough needles to knit this type of sock yarn with. So if you have any recommendations for like what type of needles to get for sock knitting, especially, like, I don't know, do I go DPN? Do I do circular? Do I go for the magic loop technique? I don't know. I'm also like scared to try those, like, what are they, sock needles, because everybody says that their hands cramp up, and that does not sound fun to me. So, but that's my plan for this. I have 2 of these because obviously the body of the sock I'm planning to make garnet, and then I want the color work and maybe the heel and the toe. I'm a little bit worried that that's gonna be too much to ask of this one skein I got. But if I don't have enough, I'll just throw some gray in there, and I think that will be fine. If it doesn't work out, I'm planning on making the cute heart socks. I don't remember who it's by, but I'll insert it in the video. I mentioned this in my other video of like free patterns that you should totally knit. You should check out that video because there's some amazing patterns in there. And I think I'll just knit that up with this instead because I think the color scheme is still pretty. So that's my goal for those. If I can get away without having to use the gray, I would love to make just a pair of gray wool socks. I think that would be so cute, and I probably would make it like cabled and like really pretty. Maybe I'll dabble in like lace, I don't know, but some sort of lace work. Otherwise just a beautiful simple pattern. What was one? I can't remember what it is, but I'll insert it. I will insert the pattern that I'm thinking of, but it's got this really pretty like square kind of design going on. I haven't seen it in a while, but I know what I'm thinking of, and I'm probably not going to describe it well. But I'll insert it on the screen so you can see what's in my mind right now. But I think that this would be pretty for that. So I might end up making it a gift knit too. I haven't decided because I kind of want some socks too, and I don't think I've made enough stuff for myself yet to be telling myself that I can give nice, very hard-worked things on. But at the same time, there's some really important, wonderful people in my life that I think absolutely deserve a pair of super warm, hand-knit socks. But I got another 2 skeins to make a cream-colored sock too, because I think this is just such a pretty color and it's such a staple sock. It can go with pretty much any outfit, and I'm like drooling over this yarn. I'm so excited. It's so soft for it being wool. I mean, it's 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and it's my first like actual sock yarn that I'm getting, and I'm really excited to this up. I might also swatch to see if I can't get this going. Like I'll swatch a little thing of my pattern and see how that goes. Or maybe I'll just start it, you know. Who knows? Who knows? But that is my plan for all of this wonderful, wonderful sock yarn. Again, all of these are by Hobbii, and this is, I forgot to say, this is the Rainbow 4-ply sock wool. So, maybe it'll focus now. But that is that. And I think that's all. Oh my gosh. I just realized this, but they sent me candy. Right? Yeah. They sent me candy. I've been through this bag like a ton. I pulled everything out, I swear. I have a piece of candy. Cool. So, well, thank you. It's a little heart. It's a little heart candy. Oh my gosh, this just made my night. Guys, this came from Denmark. That's so cool. That's so cool to me. Thank you, Hobbii. That's the coolest thing ever. Yep, already getting mohair in my mouth. But yeah, so those are all of my yarny goodnesses and project plans. I'm trying to think what else I have that I'm thinking of. We're going this weekend to watch my mother-in-law's dog. She's the sweetest. Love that little girl. And my mother-in-law. She's wonderful. But they have a little local yarn shop that I've peeked in once before, and I think I might go again and see what type of colors I can match, because I really do want to think about knitting like a really pretty dark, like midnight blue, maybe not quite midnight blue, but like a beautiful dark navy blue that's a little bit darker than navy, but not quite like black, and not quite like a black blue. But I want like a rich dark navy blue. I think that would be gorgeous, and I want it. I really want it. I don't know what I'd knit it for. I don't know what I'd knit, whether I would do a sweater or a cardigan, but I just want something in that beautiful blue color. So I might go and see what I can find, and possibly come back with something else. Who knows? Who knows? I also have been thinking about getting just some self-striping yarn, because I think that would be fun to make some socks with some self-striping yarn. But as you can see, I have my hands full for quite a bit of projects. This I know will work up pretty quick. I mean, anything that's on 10 to 12 millimeter needles, like, that's gonna work up pretty fast. The Ingrid sweater, again, I'm a little bit scared to cast on, because I don't know what happens if I can't get into it. I've never done German short rows before, so I'm nervous about that, and I don't want to ruin and like not want to use the yarn that I got for this project that I'm really excited for. I'm just a little bit nervous, but I know I'll get past it. Like, if I have to frog back, God forbid, if I have to frog back, oh well, it'll be fine. I'll just keep going until I get it and it works and I understand what I'm doing, like I've done with everything. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have. Like I said, it's not like a super long knitting podcast. I don't have that much to talk about, I guess, yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble about my knitting projects and things that I have planned. Let me know if you have any information about possibly changing the color of the sweater, because it's not really me. I mean, it's nice. I love this sweater. It's fine. The yarn is okay. It's really warm actually, and I've put a lot of love and hours into it, and I don't want it to be something that I don't wear because of the yarn I chose. That would be so disappointing. But yeah, let me know if you have any information on that, and well, I guess I'll just see you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh. I hope you have a great, whatever it is, happy knitting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.